My wife and I made this video. It's the first one we've made together. I think it turned out okay. It's about the Instant Pot. Enjoy. Earlier on other videos, I showed unpacking this Instant Pot cooker. Well, we're going to try this thing out and make a video about it. We've tried it out and it's worked quite well for ham and beans. But we're trying out a new recipe now, and what does it consist of?
Cheesy egg bake. We're doing breakfast, and I'm using the saute function for the first time. So I have improvised a little bit on the recipe because I don't want to make as much as this recipe makes, and I have some other vegetables that I want to use up. So.
And the ingredients looks like it's going to be cheese, and that cheese looks moldy, but I guess you're going to throw that one away and get other cheese maybe.
Yeah. That cheese is not getting used.
This is for later, right?
That's for later.
This has nothing to do with what we're doing now. But my wife doesn't want her picture in there, and I understand that. She's not as pretty as I am. But here's the deal. Here's the ingredients we're going to do.
So I'm sauteing mushrooms. The recipe calls for bacon, but I have ham that I want to use up. So I'm using some bacon grease and sauteing my mushrooms, because mushrooms typically have a lot of water in them. So I don't want that making my bake all watery and mushy.
Once again, what's it called? Cheesy bake?
Cheesy egg bake.
And so we got here, we got red peppers.
Red peppers, asparagus, and some good cheese.
Some good cheese. Not the moldy cheese.
You don't want blue cheese in there?
No, we don't want blue cheese. The reason why we got moldy cheese is we've been on the road traveling. The reason we bought this pot is we think it's going to be perfect for
Our RV.
our RVing.
Fifth wheel. I really like the way this is sauteing.
Right.
This is not hot. You can touch this.
And the bottom is hot.
And the bottom is hot. And it's not sticking at all. Nothing is sticking.
So we have scrambled eggs over here.
The recipe says to saute your bacon, cook your bacon.
Which we're sauteing mushrooms first.
I'm using ham. I had leftover ham, so I'm not adding bacon to it. So I sauteed my mushrooms. I think I'm going to take those out and put them in a bowl. And then saute my hash browns. It says to cook the hash browns for 2 minutes. I think those look good.
The reason why we're thinking about this would be an excellent RV cooking device is because it's limited storage. You can cook a meal up fast in this, it's a pressure cooker what it is.
It does everything. It sautés, it pressure cooks, it slow cooks. You can make yogurt in this thing.
So this is perfect because you're going to have limited space in the RV. We will find a spot for it.
So now I think I'm going to add a little more. Everything's better with bacon grease, right?
You got it. Everything's better with bacon anyway. And where'd the grease go? There it is.
There. Melting. Hash browns.
The beans and ham we had yesterday, how long did that take to cook? I didn't, 55 minutes?
55 minutes. Of course, you have to let your cooker come up to pressure. That takes about 10 minutes.
So,
and then when you let it release on its own, it takes about 10 minutes for it to release all the pressure.
and they were cooked, so less than let's see, 90 minutes. You had uncooked beans and ham done. Rather than letting the beans soak overnight and everything else you got to do to cook beans.
Now these are sticking a little bit. I'm going to add some more grease in there.
So you're browning these now, right?
Yeah.
Or
The
attempting
recipe
to.
says to cook for 2 minutes for hash browns. And then you
And anything
pour...
sticking on the bottom is not going to hurt nothing.
No, because we're going to pour all the egg mixture and cheese and vegetables on top.
This one right here.
Cheesy egg bake. There's some really good recipes in this book.
What book is this? Oh yeah, this is.
Yeah, I just got this, and so this.
Where'd you get that from?
I ordered it off Amazon. And this is the first recipe I've made out of it, but there's a lot of good recipes in here I'm going to try. So, all kinds of different things you can do with this.
Awesome. And I'll let you know that it's still pretty early in the day and we're going to have breakfast. Look at that.
I'm adding the ham in on top of the potatoes. I'm using up a bunch of stuff I have in the fridge, so. And go to mushrooms.
Mushrooms, you already cooked those.
Yep, sauteed mushrooms. Sauteed them perfectly. Asparagus and red peppers.
Do you pressure cook all this or you just...
Yeah.
There adds the red peppers. Colorful. Didn't much care on the potatoes. They didn't really brown. They stuck to the
No.
bottom.
Yeah.
Of course, we're used to using a...
Maybe I didn't have enough grease in there. I don't know. I had quite a bit, I thought.
we have a skillet, it's called copper pan, that we really like using. I've done a
Okay.
review on it also.
Add in the cheese.
Well, it's got all the good ingredients.
My husband screwed up and put the cheese in the freezer, so my cheese is crumbly, not grated, which is fine for this recipe.
I didn't know you couldn't freeze cheese. I know that now. We were going to be gone quite a while on the road, practicing for when we are full-time RVers.
Okay, that looks like enough cheese, I think.
Can you have too much?
You like cheese? Yeah, no, you can't have too much cheese.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I have,
What's you do with the eggs? Just mix them up?
yep, mix them up with, we don't drink milk, I use coconut milk, so there's a little coconut milk in here.
What? Yeah.
And 8 eggs.
8 eggs.
8 eggs.
Well, that should be
Going
enough
in.
for our cholesterol. We don't worry about high cholesterol in this house. We figured we want to die of something, and that's probably as good as anything.
Speak for yourself.
Whoa!
Okay, now the recipe says cover and select the poultry option.
Poultry. Okay, now this is how you put the lid on.
I'm still somewhat new at this.
There you go. You twist it, it locks in. Then you set your vent cap, which is, I think, already set the right proper way.
Middle.
Middle. And then you go down
Then
here.
We're going to select
Well,
poultry. Okay, maybe we have to cancel poultry, and it says to adjust down to 5 minutes.
holy smokes, we're going to be eating in 5 minutes.
We want to adjust, how do you do that?
There's the minus.
Down.
Too late.
Poultry down to 5 minutes.
It
Okay.
seems like that wouldn't be much to get steam built up in that thing and everything, but
Well, I think it's gonna cook for 5 minutes, but right now it's gonna build up pressure.
I see.
And that'll probably take a few minutes.
So the deal builds up your pressure, then starts counting down.
Yes.
Huh, awesome. All right, can't wait to see what this looks like. Finished and in my belly. All right, it's turned itself off. We cooked it for the time the recipe said and let it do what? Steam down or
Depressurize.
depressurize. Now we check it. And there's no steam coming out. So that means it's ready to take the lid off safely. And it beeps. And it looks like it's cooked. Oh yeah.
Yep. She's
You know,
done.
you stick all that in a burrito shell,
That's probably what we're gonna do.
and by God, that's going to be delicious.
That looks pretty tasty.
Yep. So, quick meal. Would take 5 minutes for cooking. What else? What was the time on
I
that?
don't like that the potatoes stuck a little bit on the bottom, but otherwise it looks really good.
Yeah. Total cooking time was how much to warm up?
I'm not sure. Probably 5 minutes to warm up, 5 minutes to cook. I'd have to look at the book, because I don't know for sure.
All right, well, can't wait to get a mouthful of that. Well, I'm sorry, everybody. This was so good that this is all I got left. Made me a burrito thing out of it. Tastes pretty good. My wife's had 2 bowls of it already. We were too hungry and it was too delicious to stop and film. But yep, turned out okay. Hash browns was the disappointment. They did not brown. I think we didn't have enough oil in there. But we'll try that one again with more oil and see what happens. I hope you enjoy this little recipe on the Instant Pot. We're going to do some more. Thanks for watching.